Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Right there, 56. I'm coming after you.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike 56. Mike 56. I don't think you got it, son. Mike 56.
This time, Jackson will throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. He ended up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On first down, it's Evans. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Fitzpatrick. It's caught by Coleman. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's taken to the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll run on first down. Evans. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
a great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
They'll try the left side. It's Evans. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, it's Evans. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win.
Touchdown, 49ers! In for the score. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 17-0 our score after 1. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Oh, yeah!
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set!
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Evans. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Catch is made by Hurd. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Check 53, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Young coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, let's get them holes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 52's the line.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Quick dance, quick dance. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Delta.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
All day. Pick it.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
54. I'm here all day. 54.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Yeah, baby, boom!
It's a gain of 6.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw again is Jackson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Right there. Check 13. Check 13. Check 9. Check 9.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Crunch time, defense. Under crunch.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
53. Get in the weight room.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13 yards. And the 49ers first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Ready. My 40.
Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. This pass complete to Higgins. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
They had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 20, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Set, hut, 6 yard. Check 56. You gonna see me in your nuts, ball.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. The 40, the 30, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to be 49er football. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
He's moving, boys, he's moving.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Fitzpatrick in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jalen Ferguson drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. Jackson now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. He may try and run for this. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Good gain of 14 yards, but not enough. It's 4th down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick to throw this time. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Mike 52. Watch the slip. Mike 52.
Jackson on first down. This is caught. 23 yards on the play. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, tighten down.
Again, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
53, Mike 53. Let's go, Heavy.
On 3rd down, it's Evans. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
A gain of 7. First down, San Francisco.
Wide, get wide.
They'll run on first down. Evans. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for San Francisco, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.